Hey guys, it's Rachel from Moments to Milestones, and we have a new card class. This is the Pink Fresh 3-card kit featuring Pink Fresh's washi tape. And if you've never seen their washi tape, it comes in a large roll like this. And I'm going to show you how it works here in a little bit. But we have 3 cards that we're going to make a slim and 2 A2 size cards. So we'll go ahead and get started. So our first card is going to be this thanks card. And before we start, I'm just going to kind of show you how this washi tape works. So we use 3 different rolls here. We use the berries and blossoms, the hibiscus, and another one. I'm trying to remember what that one was called. But anyway, the washi tape comes like this, and there's over 40 images on one roll. So you can cut this particular thing out over 40 times with one roll. So you're going to take this washi tape and put it onto white cardstock. You can put it on vellum. We chose white cardstock here. And then there is a 1-piece die that will cut out all of those images in one pass. So this is a hibiscus, this is the die. It also comes with a stamp set if you prefer to color your own images, and then we'll cut those all out as well. And so here's an example of that tape put onto white cardstock. And then this die is going to lay over like so, and you'll pass it through and you'll end up with all those images to do whatever you want with. And you can do that more than 40 times out of one roll. So that's fun. And so that's what we did. So this one is the blossom and berries roll. And so I have included everything that gets cut from the blossom and berries. All right, all those images. We're actually not going to use this wreath, so I'm going to set that aside. You can keep it and use it on another project. All right, so we're going to start here with this. This is, we use the Tulip Love cover plate die from Pink Fresh. And I've cut off the ends, and we're going to back them with gold so that through the hearts you're going to see the gold come through. So I am going to just kind of put little circles around the hearts. Maybe a little like so. All right, and then this is going to go face down, just like that. And so, you can put a whole panel behind there. I was just conserving paper. We're going to pop this up so nobody's really going to see all that we're doing. And it's just a way to use a smaller amount of a specialty paper. And I put a little more on the sides because we don't want that to pull up at all. All right, and then you end up with these pretty hearts exposed. All right, so I'm going to put foam on the back of that. All right, I'm going to remove the backing and place this onto my card base. So you will have a little bit of white on each side, so I'm just going to center it on there. Like so. All right, and now we're just going to layer up these images that have already been colored and cut for us. So I'm going to start, this larger one is going to go right down here towards the bottom. And there's 2 with the pink flower. This one has some strawberries. That one's going to go up there as well as this single strawberry. So those 2 are gonna go up there. And then we have this single pink flower, and that is gonna go down here. We also have these strawberries with some more berries. That's gonna go up here. And some of these images are popped up. Right now I'm just kind of placing them out so you can see where they go. And then these two little berries are gonna get tucked in here. And these are gonna come out right in there, okay? And then we'll have room for our word thanks. So that's the approximate placement, all right? I have popped up, if you can see, I popped up this large flower here, these berries, and that single pink flower. But you can do whatever works for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and start here. And then I'll put some foam on the back of that. I think I'll use some bigger pieces. Like that. And then I'm gonna start with that piece there. And that one's getting glued straight down. I think so. And this flower is gonna get popped up, so I'll put a couple foam squares there. And then this will get tucked under too, so I'm going to kind of play with that. And then I was a little trying to let as many of those gold hearts show as possible. Put that there. And I'll tuck this one in behind. And then this will go right in there like that. And then this one's gonna come up here, and we got room for thanks. So I'm gonna put that one up on foam as well. And there's really no right or wrong here. It's just what is pleasing to your eye. Just play around and make it your own. And I'll tuck that one in. All right, so there are my flowers. And then for the word thanks, I did pop that up as well. So we're gonna have to cut down some foam to do that. All right, I got the foam on there, and I'm just gonna stick that in this little open spot there. Make sure it's straight. All right, and that card is all completed. Okay, our next card, friends, so happy for you. This might be my favorite set. I really like the colors in here, the blues and the purples. Okay, you do have some little pearls you don't want to lose. So I'm going to set those off. All right, so I did notice on my card here that I have a little bit of ink from when I stamped, and so I did my best to make sure nobody else's look like that, but I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you. This is the Mono Sand Eraser, and I'm just gonna sand that off, and you'll barely be able to tell it was there. Perfect. All right. So now we can build up our card here. So we have, this is a pink fresh die, scallop stitch, scallop circle frames. And it's actually, it's okay if it comes apart. It's actually two different dies that just stayed together when I die cut it. So it might actually make it easier for you. But we're gonna glue this circle to the back. And this is a pink fresh Slim Stitches die. And it's a slim die. So that's why it only cuts like 4 wide, maybe, if that. But anyway, this part's cut off, but you're not even gonna be able to tell. We're gonna trim it off anyway, but even so, in that frame, if you wanted to use the whole thing, you wouldn't be able to tell. So I'm gonna put some glue around gonna put my circle on there. Try not to get glue everywhere. All right. So that is in there. And then I have mine slightly offset so that we can build the flowers down here in the corner of the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue all of that down. I'm just going to leave about an inch of it hanging off. It's going to go as close to the top as you can. All right, so I'm going to put adhesive over there. And it's up to you. I mean, you could put your stitches sideways if you want to. I have mine going up and down. I think I'll just stick with that. Okay. Let's hold it down for a second. Make sure it's stuck. All right, and now that it is, oh, I don't have my big straight edge scissors. That's okay. We'll just trim off the back. All right, so now that we have our frame down, we're gonna go ahead and build up these flowers, and then these are all the images that come from this set. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, it's very pretty. But this was too big for me for this frame. I didn't want to cover it up and be able to use the other flowers. So I am going to cut off this bottom portion. So I'm just going to come in here. There's a leaf right here in gold. I don't know if you can see it. And then I'm just going to kind of outline that blue flower and then flip over to the pink and just cut it off. And I promise nobody's going to be able to tell what we did here. We're going to kind of cover it up anyway. You could even use this pink flower on something else, or on this card too if you wanted. I'm probably just going to pitch mine, but I'll just set it aside for now. So then you're left with this image here, okay? And so that is going to go about right in here, okay? And then let's see, we have like 2 corner pieces, and then one that's kind of rounded, and then you have a blue and a pink. So what I've done is taken, let's see, we have one with blue on one side and blue on the other. I can't pick them up. All right, so these are your corner pieces. I took this one, and what I'm gonna do is just put a little bit of adhesive while we, I like to do that while we get it in place. So I'm just going to put a couple right here in the center in case I want to tuck something. So I'm going to come up like so, right there, because we want to be able to also leave room for our friend and not cover up everything. So I'm actually going to go up a little bit higher. All right, so there's that. And then we have this corner piece, and I'm going to just tuck it in behind there. You can see it here, and you can see it coming out over here. So that's where that's going to go. I'm happy with that. I'm going to put some glue on it. And if you want to use some more temporary adhesive, you can, so you can kind of fiddle with it. All right. And then this one I have popped up right in here. So see, I'm going to move it a little bit higher so that there's room for that. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and put down this. And that's going to go right there. All right, and then we have another corner piece, and that one is going to get tucked down in here. And actually, I mean, you could cut it off and use that, which I might do that. Let's see. I'm going to cut off at that pink flower, so I end up with this piece, and I'm just going to tuck that in like so. All right, and then you have this rounded piece, and that's coming at the bottom. It's going to cover up our cut marks, so you can tuck it in behind if you want, or you can have it coming over the top. I think I'm gonna have mine come over the top, like so. All right, so let me glue that one down. And none of this, the rest of this is popped up. You could if you wanted. Because I'm gonna finish with this flower right in here. And I also wanna leave room so that I can read my friend, so. Just like that. And then this pink flower. And you may find a totally different arrangement that you're happy with, and that's fine too. That's the fun of this washi tape. You could really just cut a bunch out and just go to town making some cards. All right, so I'm gonna stick that one, let's see. Let's find my friend here. So the friend kind of sits right over, and I'm gonna put it like that. All right, I'm actually gonna kind of hold my friend in place so I can see where I want it. Keep it on the card. Perfect. And then the front, oh, I went too much. That's why I'm holding the friend in place. The friend is here. All right, so I'm gonna put some foam on the back of that. And there we go. All right, so there's that. You do have, I have this one extra. If you wanted to tuck it in somewhere, you totally could. Like, do I want to or not? Let me see. I'm probably just gonna leave it off. Okay. So our last step are these pretty little, these are called Sparkling Champagne Metallic Pearls. These are also from Pink Fresh. They have great little embellishments, jewels and pearls. And so I have 3 on the top and 3 at the bottom around our sentiment. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then 3 up here. 1, 2, 3. Wrong lid. Okay. All right. And now that card is complete. Okay, we have one final card here using the hibiscus, just sending something your way to help brighten your day. All right, and then you do have some jewels there on some Post-it tape. And this one will go together pretty quick too. So we will start with, don't mind I stamped on the wrong bit there, but we're gonna cover it up. Nobody's gonna know. So we're gonna put down this purpley paper. I knew my adhesive was gonna run out, so I planned ahead. All right, so I'm gonna put this down. Okay. And then this smaller white piece, which again, I have some transfer, so I'm gonna get rid of that. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put this piece down. It's gonna go right in the center. Okay, and then we have all these big, beautiful pieces here. So we have 3 tiny leaves. We'll tuck those in at the end. should have 3. Maybe we only have, nope, we have 3. There they are. Okay, so I started with this largest piece, and I'm going to put it and try to get as much of it as I can on the card. Now, you are welcome to twist and turn any way you want if you don't want to cut any off. But here's what I did. I just took a foam square right in the center so that I can tuck in behind, and then I'll go back and add more foam. So I've got about right in here. All right. And then you have this piece with one purple and one orange, and that's going to tuck in however you want to do it. I think just like that. Like I said, you can use temporary adhesive until you get things the way you want them, or you can be bold and just glue them down. Okay, so then we have this piece here with one single orange flower, and I kind of have it, and the idea was I kind of stretched across the card that way, so that was kind of the way I was building it. And I actually might flip that one this time. And then that goes up here. Okay, and then we have this piece. I know I tucked in back here. And this other one is here. And then this one. So I'll do like so. Whoops. All right, so there it is. And then I'm going to tuck those leaves in and just fill any empty spots. And if you don't like that it hangs off onto the purple, you could always, you know, trim it to match that white. I didn't mind. I wanted as much of it to show as possible. And so I do have this orange flower popped up as well. So use that as a placeholder. Where did it go? I'm gonna have it in there. This one like so. And then I'll pop that down. And I'll go ahead and put more on since all right. And then this piece here. Yep, I'm going to go with that. Actually, I think in mine it's kind of like this. Yeah, I like that. All right, so I put everything down, give it a good shake. All right, so now we have these 3 leaves. Where should they go? I think I'll do there. I might do 2 of them right there. I'm going to put it right there. Where that flower is. Okay, I'll tuck both those in since they're in there. I'm just going to tuck some glue behind. All right, and then what I'm going to do is go back in and add the foam to this big flower here. All right, so to finish this card, now if you're hand delivering it, you could leave them hang off, but I'm going to go behind here and trim off those pieces that are hanging off my card. All right, very pretty. I like the purple and the orange together. And then we're going to finish off with some more jewels. So you should have 5. I have one here, and then here, and here. And then a couple here. 1, 2. I don't want them. There we go. All right, that card is finished, and that does it for us today in this video. If you're interested in purchasing one of these kits, you can go to our website, www.frommomentstomilestones.com, and you should be able to find the kits listed there. I believe there is a tab for kits, and this is called the Pink Fresh Washi. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.